This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is Dennis Calvert. He is the president and CEO of BioLargo. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is BLGO on the OTCQB. You can actually see Dennis do an investor presentation at the upcoming SNN Network Summer Virtual Event happening August 17 through 19. To register and see his presentation, please go to conference.snn.network. Dennis, it's been way too long. How you doing?
Way too long, Bobby. I'm so glad to be back, and you look like $1 million. How's that?
Listen, I was just going to say, you look like $1 million. You know,
we've been running pretty hard, trying to slow it down a little. We're running hard. It's been great though. We've had a great run here recently, and a lot to share. So thanks for having me.
All right, let's get into that a little bit. I mean,
Sure.
last time we did an interview that was published was December 17, 2019. So
wow.
let's get that full update. I want every press release, every Q, every K. But in all seriousness,
we can summarize it.
The summary.
It's pretty dramatic. You know, back then we took significant risk, right? I mean, the number one thing really is the company's morphed so dramatically in such a good way. And, you know, if you go way back and you watch our journey, it's been a long one, right? We've tested everyone's patience. It took a lot more money, a lot more time than people really banked on. But the beauty is that we are emerging, and we're emerging in such a significant way that the rewards of our patience and our investment in these really great technical assets and people and patience is going to pay off in a big way. We really believe that. We believe that our success will far surpass the pain and suffering it took to get here. And so this is one of the most exciting times because we're watching all the fruit of our investments bear out. I mean, it's awesome. So give you an example, you know, back 2 years ago, we had a lot of debt. We took some pretty high risk money, very expensive, costly financing. We managed to pay that all off. I mean, we're down to like almost nothing. We got one SBA loan. And so that just surviving that is pretty remarkable as a small public company, really trying to emerge into the big boy level. And so what do we do with that money? Well, we put it to good use, right? We started our engineering group. We advanced our technologies. We've come out with a PFAS solution. PFAS, remember, that's that forever chemicals that have now been contested and are part of the Biden administration's, you know, top environmental action hit list for cleaning PFAS out of water and soil. That's really literally all over the world. It's in our bodies. It's linked to adverse health effects. It's a remarkable advancement, and that's a piece of our portfolio which now really embodies almost 6 or 7 core technologies that all come together to create products and develop solutions for cleaner air, cleaner water, and fundamentally a cleaner earth. And all of these advancements, some have taken a long time, but they all are pretty special, and they're all going to find a role in the commercial market. People ask me all the time, they say, well, which one of these is going to hit? I'm like, I think they all are. And we better get ready, because the truth is, when you look at the business that we have secured, the business that's coming, it's so dramatic that it almost seems too good to be true. And so there's a lot to do. You know, things just don't happen. You got to go serve them. And I think it's a fundamental reflection of sort of our staying power and focus on best of class technology, right? Best of class for clean air, clean water, cleaner earth. The willingness to do the hardest work, right? The hardest work. It's all hard, but I mean the hardest. What does that mean? Make the innovation, prove that it's commercially viable, find your first spot in the market, and then functionally be willing to do the hardest work to actually take a customer from start to finish and serve them in a way that they appreciate, that they'll pay for, that's valuable, and become a contender in a competitive market. That's what we've done. And so, you know, it's a moment where we have a complete toolkit of these innovations and really technology solutions for making those things happen that are so extraordinary. And now we have the full complement of talent to take it from start to finish as a full service solution provider. It is just remarkable. And I always say, you know, we used to go out and say, this is what we're going to do. And people look at me and they go, yeah, right. And so now here's what happens. We say, this is what we're going to do. And they go, I believe you're going to do it. And I say, yeah, we are doing it. We're doing it every day, right? And we're doing it by serving customers with great solutions to solve some really literally some of the biggest problems that face our planet. So it's awesome.
So Dennis, you know, for those who may not be familiar with the BioLargo story and the progression that you've made up until today, you know, tell them, you know, what exactly are the main solutions right now that you would say have really, I mean, obviously, as you
Well,
said, there's a lot
we
of
always
different
say
innovations,
there's a
but
whole platform, right? There's a whole portfolio that we've invested in for over 15 years. Significant investment, all we would argue are potentially disruptive, cutting edge, sort of breakthrough scientific advancements that combine science and engineering for practical solutions to go into the market, solve problems. I mean, that's really the business. That's what we do. Okay. And then how we do it is with integrity, with value, this willingness to take on the hardest projects and earn our way into the market as a competitor where other people simply can't compete. And so that's pretty remarkable, right? Okay, so just to give an example, in the portfolio, the way I describe it is we have a number that can move the needle. So which ones are going to move the needle? How about that? Well, we've got one called PFAS. So that's a solution where we extract per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS. These are these forever chemicals that are super small, measured in the parts per trillion. They're everywhere. Just do an internet search, read the paper. They're everywhere. They're in water, they're in drinking water, they're in soil, they're in products, they're in food products and toothpaste and deodorants and makeup, and they're in your body. And I mean, it's just incredible. And they were used for years as nonstick coatings, and nature won't break them down. They're called forever chemicals. So here's the deal. You got to get them out. Well, we developed a solution called the AEC, which is where we can flow water across a device and selectively extract them. Selectively is the extraction is the key. What that means is we're a low-cost contender, we're significant advantages for environmental footprint, ease of disposal, and it is a massive, some people say it's an $80 billion a year market. It is emerging globally. Some people say it's $1 trillion market. I'm not sure. It's a lot. For us, it's a lot. And so we're on the cutting edge of bringing a solution like that to bear. And so how do you do that? Well, for us, you invent it first, you then prove it up, you then take it to a commercial trial process. And once you get through commercial trials and validate its commercial efficacy, then you expand with partners. Well, that's what we're doing. You know, we're not going to be able to tackle the world by ourselves. It's just not possible. But when we've done the hardest work, and then we can sit in front of a partner and say, here it is, we know it works, it's a huge value proposition, we win. And that's where we're at. We're just now going into commercial trials. We've announced that we're working with a government agency, a federal government agency, and one of the largest water districts in the United States for our first commercial trials. Now notice that, that's our first commercial trials are at the pinnacle of the industry. That's where we play. So it's extraordinarily exciting. Plus we've got clients and customers. The way I would say it is when we say we're ready for market, it's not can we get a customer, it's how are we going to handle the hundreds that will pour in the door. We're not ready for that. We have to gear up to be ready. And that's what we're doing right now. So PFAS is a big move the needle technology for BioLargo, right? There's more, right? So another is we helped a client had a huge waste mineral deposit, huge, you know, acres and like 50 acres, 40 feet tall and 40 feet below sea level. We showed that client how to turn that pile of dirt into a mineral deposit worth over $1 billion, over $1 billion. And that's an example where we were a consultant, we were a service provider, we came up with technical solutions, we filed patents, and we have a solution to help that customer turn a problem into a win, $1 billion win. It's a big deal. So now we're in the final negotiation to be a small partner, minority partner, an engineer of record, a project builder, project manager. That's an example where, you know, we really have walked into a situation and said, how can we help? And we're going to use our significant prowess as engineers and scientists to bring a solution to bear, secure a position that allows us to have recurring revenue for a business model and deliver something of extraordinary value to a customer. I'm telling you, that is a great business. And it's just an extraordinary opportunity. It's very similar. About 6 months ago, we announced a partnership with a company called Garrett Callahan. Garrett Callahan is a 107-year-old company, 4th generation, family owned. They're a national player in the water industry. They came to us and basically said, you know, we've been watching you and we love your company. We think you can do something that most companies can't do. Now listen to this. What is it that we do? We take an idea to product into full commercialization mode, proven and validated and scalable, ready for manufacturing. Guess what they do? They sell them. So they said, you make it, we'll sell it. That took me about 10 seconds. I'm in. Right? And so again, think about that. We've been selected for our special talent, and it is special. It is special. And we've been exercising that talent for years. And really, it's a tribute to the people that work here. You know, as I always say, I'm the least smart in the group. I mean, we got some really smart people. And I say, I got to get out of their way. And I just bring them resources and point them in a direction, figure out how to monetize these special assets. And so as a result, we have a core competency that allows us to literally sit in front of a client and say, how can we serve you? Listen, I don't want to sell you a water treatment technology. I don't want to sell you this. I want to serve a customer with an answer that's got integrity and value and a good, wise choice so they could choose to work with us because they're going to get exactly what they bargained for. That is so powerful, and it's taken us over a decade to get to that spot. And so as a result, we're now in a spot where, because of the academic accolades, the 80+ grants, the persevering through the innovation cycle, the proving up of commercial validation, the recruiting world-class talent, we are a force to be reckoned with. And again, now with shedding debt, with good financing in place, with early stage commercial opportunities and partners coming out of the woodwork, oh man, it's a great time for BioLargo.
I mean, look, you said it all. I think you gave the full update there. So, I mean, Dennis, with that, where can our audience go and find more? I wish I had more questions. You answered them all.
Well, we love our business. And listen, here's the thing: if you, I swear this is, if you don't like, if you've not looked at the company in 6 months, you know about half the story. It's that dynamic. And it's also continued to expand. Somebody's, oh, I know your portfolio. It's like, well, talk to me in 6 months. It's incrementally expanding so fast. And of course, that also presents challenge. So we're not naive to that. Focus, right? So what are we doing? We're focused on customers with environmental solutions that are extraordinarily valuable. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a good business. And in that portfolio is this hard-fought cycle of innovation that gives us that toolkit. So we always encourage people to dig deep. When you dig deep, you don't fly by at 30,000 feet. It's too much. Dig deep, and you'll see that there's this extraordinary portfolio that's got world-class opportunities around the globe. And we're patient, and we're steadfast, and we're committed to this big, high-impact future for BioLargo and our shareholders. And we just so you get a glimpse, in the last 3 or 4 months, we've added something like 5,000 new shareholders. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. And so this little company is going to be a big one, I'm convinced. And so we're going to stay the course, take care of our shareholders as best we can, be patient, and then provide our customers extraordinary value. That's pretty powerful.
Well, Dennis, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on BioLargo?
Well, BioLargo.com. I mean, and reach out to us. We love engaging with our shareholders, and we're proud of our business, and we're in for the long haul. So thank you very much.
Very good. Dennis, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
See you soon. Awesome. Thanks, Rob.